Well, hello everyone. This is our reflective session, and you should be doing this after you've completed session 10 at least. And the booklet that we've been going through is Teaching Redemptively, and we're actually looking at if that's going to change the way we teach in the classroom. Cooperative learning is not so much about learning to cooperate, it's about cooperating to learn. And so far in this course, we've been looking at sessions about considering something biblical, what it is to be a Christian. We've been talking about creation, fall, redemption. We've been talking about the grand epic of creation. We've also looked at the purpose of education, at secular and Christian distortions of purpose. We've looked at being made in the image of God. We've looked at the image being marred. Session 8 was the image being restored. Session 9 was being called to be a teacher. And session 10 was teachers are storytellers. And it is my great hope that you've been able to change some of your practices because of the learning you've been doing together. This learning together is indeed a professional learning experience where you and your colleagues can have deep and meaningful conversations about what it means to be a Christian teacher teaching in a Christian school. So let's have a look at some of the reflections so far. The first reflection I'd like to draw your attention to is the core biblical truths. Now, as you've been preparing for these sessions, you've been reading a text called Teaching Redemptively, and in that text we've been looking at the purpose of education, the nature of the secular school, the nature of a Christian school, the curriculum, the nature of students, and your role as a storyteller. And of course, we also mentioned about your calling to be a teacher, where you were sharing your stories and how that has implicated you to change your practice because of your Christian core beliefs. And this course has been providing you with opportunities to explore, examine, create redemptive strategies, and to really take into consideration what it means to be a teaching and learning community. For to be a teaching and learning community, it must flow out of you all being united together and all being committed to the goals of Christian education. So let's have a look at an activity. Can you give me at least one example of how the knowledge in this course has led to changes in your classroom practice? And have you been thinking about what changes you'd like to make in the future based on what you've learned? And has any of these sessions helped you to get closer to your staff mates and to work more collegially together on some of the challenges? I hope that you'd see that as something really important. And so when we're going through the final reflections, evaluations of this course, there are a few questions I'd like you to consider. And I'd like you to anonymously send these back to us because your contribution to the development of this course is really important. So, here's the first question. What were the most significant highlights of this course for you personally? Question 2. What suggestions would you like to make to the developer to improve this course? And 3. Are there any teacher activities that you think will be valuable for us to include in sessions 1 to 10? You as a staff are learning together. And in each session, I'm sure you've probably thought, I wished we'd had more time to do this. And time is always a factor. We live very busy lives, teachers especially, and it's sometimes very hard to sit back and reflect on our practice. But we want you to do this because we are one body of Christ. And in the textbook, it talks about bringing grace and truth to the classroom. You see, we're just not merely teaching subjects, we are teaching students. And as they're being transformed, so are we. It's always interesting for me to think that we are delivering truth and knowledge and grace to the students, forgetting that it is also a very reciprocative process. They are changing us. We are building ourselves, the way we are teaching them, where they're learning, and the way they're responding. Indeed, it's a privilege to be a teacher, to be able to input into the children's lives. And this course, I'm hoping, is being able to prepare you greater insights into what it is to be a Christian teacher. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to send back your evaluations to us, and it's included in the back of your latest package. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.